All right. So, welcome. As you can see, we have a couple of special guests. We have a special guest student and a special guest bartender. So this is, you probably know this man right here. He's the mob boss. If you don't know, now you know.
Right.
Back here, our special guest bartender is Marcos from La Familia Tailgaters. Woo! That's Moon and I's home tailgate. And if you've ever been to a La Familia tailgate, tell them what they got. You got it ready to show them what you got? If you have been to a La Familia tailgate, I would put money on that you have participated in the moonshine in the shot stick. They have a record. I believe it's a 172 or 75. The La Familia shot stick right here. What do you think it goes back about? How many motorhomes?
Oh gosh.
7, 8.
7, 8 motorhomes of Raider fans. I'm sure some of you have participated. Let us know if you have in the comments there. And if you haven't, check it out in our episode called The Tailgate. What's it called? The tailgate episode. The tailgate. Tailgate. There you have it. All right, so we're gonna get started here. Again, feel free to call in. The number was up there until we switched to our live, but it's 510-394-4409. Can you type that in for our guest, please? So let's start talking about the news. The latest news I've heard is about Chucky kind of praising Mariota. And what was the term he used? A magnificent playmaker or magic maker or... Did y'all hear that?
Well, he was delighted.
So what do you think? What do you think that means?
Okay, well, look, we all knew this was coming. And it's been quiet about the quarterback controversy, bringing Mariota and what was going to happen and how it was going to happen. It's really, really been quiet. But all of us football fans realize bringing a powerhouse like a Mariota to compete with Carr, that was to bring some attention to Carr, tell him to get some heat under his butt, and get it. That was the point.
You think it's butt heated?
Why do you think that's why the comments came out where Carr says all of a sudden now he feels disrespected.
Right.
No, you're scared.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I love Derek Carr. Don't get me wrong. I go back to President State with Derek Carr. I love him. But we've been looking for some fire and somebody to push him. And there's never been anybody behind him to push him to make him better. And now the fear of having Mariota, and then here goes Chucky, the mastermind, throw that little bit of salt in there and say, hey, this guy is good. Now, we've always heard Chucky talk about how great Carr is. Now he's talking about somebody different.
Yeah.
If you're Derek Carr, you're light. The light's coming on right now. So
we hope it's coming on.
We hope it's coming on.
We hope it's coming
and
on.
really, for me, I hope the inspiration to have Mariota on the team does inspire Carr to play better, because we put so much into Derek Carr as fans and following and hoping for him to develop the way we know that he has a potential. I hope it happens.
Can I say this about Carr? This is how I feel about him. I for sure have no hate for him. But I think he deserved a couple boos. You know, I think tough love doesn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
You know, like you said, he needs a little.
Because I tell you what,
I'm
I'm gonna say it like this. Outside of the family, I don't want nobody talking about my quarterback.
Right.
We're family. We're family.
Thank you.
So if your family can't tell you when you're screwing up, who can tell you? So us as dedicated diehard fans, we should be able to express to our players exactly how we feel, because we are a part of you guys. We're family. We're family. So now I'm not going to let nobody else talk about them, but I guarantee you, when I got some issues and complaints, I make it hurt.
Right.
But because I feel like I can do that as a family member. But I'm not going to let nobody outside my family talk about that.
That's exactly right. Honestly, it's crazy right now within the nation, all the Derek Carr issues that are going on, right? And I supported Derek Carr for years and years and years and years and years. And I still support Derek Carr because he's a Raider. And like you said, that's why I have to disagree with Angela. Like, a couple boos is not cool because it's on TV. But amongst family, we can, and to him and the other Raider players, y'all need to kick this fool in his ass and get him going.
Absolutely.
And because if you ain't going to get going, you need to get going. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. I mean, get the shit together. You got hurt, so I personally think after he got hurt, he never came back right, and he might never come back right. So, and hopefully he will. I mean, because honestly, I talk shit about Derek Carr, but I always like Derek Carr, and I hope he does good, and I hope he can get it back together. But the year he did good, we drafted. Who did we draft? We drafted the quarterback, and it put a little something in him. So maybe that's what he needs. You remember who it was? It still was part of the playoff game.
Oh, yeah.
And he was one of the Connor Cook. Right, we drafted Connor Cook and
Connor Cook's played more playoff games than Derek Carr.
right.
So we have a couple of viewers here. Let me just bring this in. As you know, Omar today because he had to go to Wisconsin or somewhere out of California. He says hello.
We have a call. We have a call. Let's get back to that. What's up, Steve? How are you, my friend? Okay. Got it. Just kidding. What's up, Steve? How are you, my friend? Doing well.
Steve, what's up?
You got it.
It's good to talk to you, Steve.
Towards us.
Hey, you guys are my family. I was going to say, I got a great story for you. This is a beer drinking story.
We love beer drinking stories.
Okay, get this. There's a bar downtown Houston called the Flying Saucer. They got them all over the United States. They have it. After 200 beers, they put your plate up on the wall of the ceiling. So it was my 50th birthday at the time. After I went to the Astros game, I looked up and see your radio plate. The first one to put a radio plate in the store. And so it took me about 5 years, but there were some awesome beers out there like Chimay and Tremens, and of course, all of the other great beers. I love Tecate and Dos Equis and Modelo and all those beers. And then there's a bar also by the Flying Saucer. And so I said, okay, I'm going to drink 200 beers in this bar and put a Raiders plate up there. But I was the second one up there. But man, there's some great beers out there. But 450 beers later, now I drink the beer I really like to drink.
Okay. Well,
after 400 beers, I hope you like beer.
Cheers. So,
You guys are awesome.
also, really quickly, Steve, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right, and if I'm not mistaken, today is your birthday.
Yes, ma'am. I'm 60 years young.
Happy birthday! Cheers to you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Do you want me to sing now, or should I just send that song later? Just kidding.
Well, I'm usually pretty good at singing a birthday song, but every day you wake up is a great day and everything. This stuff we're going through right now is only temporary. We're all looking out for each other because we are truly family in every sense of the word, whether you're a Raider fan or not. And we're all got to look out for each other. You guys are just so awesome, and I'm honored and privileged to be able to spend it with you all. And cheers to you.
Cheers, Steve.
All
Thank you
right.
for calling in, and
Woo!
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
No
Thank you,
problem.
Steve.
All
Thank you very
right.
much. I look forward to seeing you all. And this is Homer and Captain Jack and all the other great podcasters. You guys are keeping me going during this time. And, man, I'm so pumped up. I just want to put on some shoulder pads and go to Las Vegas right now myself and represent, you know?
We'll meet up
We'll see you
someday.
there.
We'll
We'll
see
see
you
you in
sometime
Vegas.
on the
We'll
road.
be there.
All right, you all take care. Be safe. Great podcast. And
Thank
love you all. Have
you.
a great night.
Thanks,
All
Steve.
right, have a great night. So, just to circle back, I think we have some viewers that came in a little late. Thank you for joining us. So I just want to introduce again, of course, you know, the one and only mob boss here. And we have Marcos as our guest bartender from La Familia Tailgaters. Motorhome Row, always the first one in, always the last one to leave. And like we said, show them the stick. And I'm sure you'll recognize this because I know everyone, all 177 people at a time have participated in the shot ski. You have, right?
I have.
You know that's right.
One of the biggest, one of them, man, millions of memories. Jeez, man, come on. Millions of memories at that place, man. It's going to be nice.
So we have,
We do. If she's willing to come on camera to say hi. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna mention a couple of people that are with us. We have Captain Jack, appreciate you, and Travis, it's always in. Vicky's always comes in, but Vicky has some love for someone here who we do happen to
We
have.
have another kind of special guest that she wants to come in. I mean, you gotta give what the fans what they want. You know, you
Vicky, I knew you were here.
gotta get the band
Like, where's
what
Black
they
Eyes?
want.
She's right here. Where are you, girl?
She got. She.
Oh,
we
man.
didn't tell her. She got.
Give her a minute.
Lipstick, little powder. You know, we didn't warn her. Oh.
Okay, she'll be up in a minute, but that's nice that you remembered that she was
No mob boss without black eyes. Y'all know that.
There she is.
There she is, of course.
Hey, y'all.
The biggest mob boss supporter in the world. Right there.
Always.
Got it.
Next to mom.
Next to mom.
Yes.
Next to mom. Oh, yeah, because you almost got yourself in trouble. Mom, I love you.
I got you. All right, so what's next? What else do we want to talk about, Raider Nation? Give us a call. Homer, if you're listening, I know how you feel about Derek Carr, but I don't know how you feel about the recent comments that Gruden has made. So if you're on here, call us, let us know. And anybody, of course, is welcome to call in as well. Again, 510-394-4409 is our hotline. And thank you so much for peeking in. You can peek back in anytime or you can hang out. She's like, I'm out.
She'll be back in a second. She'll be back. She had to get herself a drink. So what do we else have going on?
And me, just as far as the Derek Carr thing, I think competition is good for everybody.
Yeah.
It lights a fire under everybody and makes people work harder and not get complacent. So I'm great with competition and Mariota pushing him to be better because the quarterback is it, man. It's going to come down to that.
Absolutely.
Quarterback play.
Right. You got to have a general that wants to lead, man. Come out there and drag everybody behind him. So if Mariota puts the fuel under Carr to make him better, and if it doesn't, and he doesn't produce, you got an outstanding quarterback ready to take his place. So it's up to Derek Carr to make the decision. You know, if he's gonna produce the way we've all anticipated and we've all seen.
Right.
So we know it's there.
Right.
It's just something that needs to bring him out again and get him back on track and make it a fear of. You know, it's like those footsteps when you're about to get sacked, right?
Right.
You start hearing footsteps, you start panicking. Well, he better start panicking because Mariota is on his tail. You hear his footsteps.
Travis says you're the brains behind.
But
Get behind it.
there could also be a chance that they're just. I mean, of course you're gonna say Mariota's looking great. So it could be that chance.
Captain Jack.
Derek Carr just needs to step up.
Shit,
Hey, who we got on the line? I know who this is, Mr. Captain Jack Rackham.
Jackham. Or
Can you hear us now? Oh, gotta press one again. Duh.
no! Go back.
Call back, Jack.
Call back, Jack. That's my bad. Okay, this is the first time we're using our hotline number, and clearly I need to figure it out. We're gonna get there.
But it is a 5-10.
So yes, call back until that. Or do you want to finish your thought?
Yeah, I to some. I mean, they can just be blowing smoke, man. It's now. Of course, he looks great, but we can't see the preseason no more. I just gotta see it to believe it. Either way, Derek Carr got to step up. Either
Here
way.
we go. We got
Captain, are you on? Captain's curse word. We said it's special for you, Captain. We got moonshine for your cursing tonight.
So if you don't know, the game is Captain Jack swears because he's not a sailor. Wink, wink, wink.
We drink.
We drink. And you can't damn
Well, you guys are gonna get fucked up tonight.
Well, there it goes.
You gonna line him up?
Fuck that shit, Sailor Square, goddammit!
Well, the only reason why I would probably not drink is because of my mad respect for the mob boss and his wife. So, apologies there, shipmate, for me salty now.
God, shipmate, I got a drink. We're good.
Wait. He calls me
I will
Adrian.
fucking take it
Yeah, and
there.
that is a drink. Y'all that really know mob underneath all of that, y'all know what it is. Hennessy all day.
Oh, here we go. So,
Woo!
all right. We're going to take our first La Familia shot. Should we just go up three?
All right.
Yeah, and then we could.
Okay, ready?
Wait.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. Sorry, my bad. Yep.
Who are we?
Raiders!
Who are we?
Everybody drink that shit.
All right, talk to us. Woo!
Cheers, man.
By the way, that's dangerous. That's like apple pie moonshine. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher or something.
Hey, wait a minute. We're left out.
No, it's coming back.
It's coming
I know.
back.
Hey, and this time it's 1, 2, and 3.
Oh!
Yeah, trouble in that little seat there.
I'm not driving.
All right, everybody, y'all take care. I just wanted to make sure I called in to send some love your way to the Raider Nation, the For Life Our Raider Story crew, my boss and the wife and the guest bartender. Y'all have a great night. I gotta get back to show prep.
All right, thanks for calling in, Captain.
Let's go.
Oh, and really quickly, go ahead and plug your show in case people don't know.
Goddamn right, you better be coming over to the show tonight because we've already figured out who the winner is of my Raider prize pack, and that person will have 24 hours to figure out when they call in or not, because if they don't get it in 24 hours, it goes to the next person, and on and on and on. And if you don't believe we did it fair and square, I will show it later on tonight on Facebook. Yes, it was done fairs and squares. We'll see everybody later on, 9 Eastern, or when you're done watching the For Life Our Raider Story. We'll see everybody then.
All right, Captain. Thanks for calling. Cheers. So, yeah, if you don't know,
Cheers to you. Everybody be nice.
So if you don't know, Captain Jack's show is Sunday and Thursday night, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. So make sure you subscribe to his channel, Captain Random Jack. Woo!
Random Jack.
Oh, here.
No shots.
There's 3. Oh, there's 3.
I'm gonna make it through this.
Here, join in, bro. I already had one. Use their
Yeah, now that's what we do. Yeah.
Give a shout out to Dara Jean from Scotland.
Oh, we have
Scotland.
someone from Scotland in
Scotland
here.
in the house.
Damage Inc. Raider Nation Scotland in the house. Woo woo!
Can you call?
Thanks for tuning in. What time is it there, by the way?
Yeah, let us know what's going on.
No.
All right, who's taking the shot?
Might be the morning over there. Yeah.
Ice, you coming for a
Ice, you
shot?
coming?
She's coming. Just
All
one
right,
shot.
get in there.
Now.
You know we got to do it all over again. Marcos will cue
Let's
everyone
go,
out.
run.
Okay. Ready for it?
Ready? Who are we?
Raiders!
Who are we?
Raiders!
Who are we?
Uh-oh, I saw some dribbling going on.
Oh,
That
Thank
is
you, Marcos.
See, that's why I had to come out of the mask for that.
Right.
I had to come out of that.
Don't worry.
So now I can
All
drink
being
for real.
sanitized out there. We're taking care of that.
That's what's up.
1:30 a.m. in Scotland. Travis, you know, we have talked about cardboard cutouts for not only super fans, or, well, I guess everyone, if you Raiders, we all super fans, right?
Yeah.
But we were thinking, like, also if a cast member can't make it, like if I can't make it, let's make a cardboard of it.
Okay, so Scotland is gonna try to give us a call.
I need a person to cut out of me.
I agree.
Also a Raider.
Also,
Nation's Texan.
Texas and
Texas, TMBC, also my boy.
Who is in here? And guess, oh, you know who? Robert Vega from So what do you want to know? Ask us some questions, give us a call, and see if we can entertain you.
Also says it was an honor to be interviewed in Mom Boss's magazine. We'll let him talk about that a little bit later, but
Yeah, we'll get to that later also, but you're welcome. I got you.
You're welcome.
Anyone?
Were you in the middle? Are we done talking about Carr and his butt burned a little bit?
Honestly, I'm done with Carr about talking about it. Honestly,
Show up and do your job or get
no
on.
need to talk. Do it or not. And
Do it
go.
and get on.
Either do it and get off, and we love you, or don't and go. And that's all we need to say at this point. I feel like,
I'm just happy that we're gonna make it to week 1.
Right.
man,
It's some
amen.
games. Okay. I thought we was gonna get this
Raider
far.
Squid wants to know
I
if
think
we're
we're
going to
gonna
Vegas for home opening.
Raider G, what's up, my friend?
We got somebody online?
That's right.
Hey, I just wanted to comment on the recent comment that John Cruz made about Derek Carr. And as some of you may know, I've been a critic of Derek Carr, but I wouldn't put too much into what John Cruz is saying right now because remember this time last year during the preseason, he was saying the same thing about Nathan Peterman. So it is what it is. But what I would like to say is a couple of weeks ago, look at the interview that Greg Olson did with the media. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, but somebody from the media had asked Olson point blank, you know, when they looked at the film during the off season, what were some of the things that Carr could improve on? And just told them straight up. He said, look, what we have tried to emphasize that when plays break down, to use his legs, to be more creative. So I honestly think that's one of the reasons why they got Mariota, because Mariota is not afraid to run. And even though I'm a critic of Derek Carr, he's not a bad quarterback. But I just think that ever since his injury, and Angie, I think you guys touched on it before.
Thank you.
He just has not been the same. And you know, and this is something that a Raider fan is not saying. This is something that someone from the offensive coaching staff had actually said in his interview. So I think that, you know, what he said was more revealing than what John Cruz actually said. So I'll just listen to you guys comment.
That's actually what I said. So I think I'll comment on that. I think that what I said was since he got hurt, potential that he could get out of the pocket and move. But after that injury, he was scared. I mean, again, I don't want to call Carr out like a bad guy, but I don't want to say he cried on the field or something, right? When he got hurt, and that's just not like
Allegedly.
If you get hurt that bad, and you're hurt that bad, that's always in the back of your mind. I mean, a lot of people out there know me, a lot don't. A lot know shit I've been through. Every time I get in a car and I get a little nervous, I automatically go to grab, and it don't even have to be nothing because the shit I was in. So for me, that's kind of in his mind. He's always scared of getting hurt again. So now he just kind of goes down real quick so he don't get hurt. And if he can't get past that, I feel like we need someone who can get past that. And if it's Mariota, it's Mariota. If it's someone in the future, it's someone in the future.
We just want to win.
We just
We just want to win. Just win, baby. That's
We
all
just
we
want
want
to
to
win. We
win.
just want a quarterback that's
Hey,
going to
we
get out
all
there
just
and
want to
do
win, so we don't have an issue about his stats. But let me ask you guys one more question before I get on. Do you honestly think that the West Coast offense is suited for Derek Carr's skill set? Because I mean, I hear a lot of fans talk about Derek Carr going back to his 2016 form, but maybe this just isn't the offense that he can go back to being 2016 too. You know what I mean? So because remember when in 2012 when we had Carson Palmer, it was his first year in the West Coast offense under Greg Knapp. Carson Palmer threw for 4,000 yards, but Dennis Allen and Reggie McKenzie got rid of him after that season. So it wasn't about the stats, you know. And when Carson Palmer went to Arizona under Bruce Arians, he took them to the playoffs, a completely different system. So that I'm wrong, but maybe this West Coast offense just isn't suited for Derek Carr.
Interesting point. Interesting thought.
My personal feeling, I think Carr, as far as different offenses, in college he came down with a shotgun. He played under center, so I think his game is versatile. I just think they need to get him the weapons. These last couple of years, he hasn't had the weapons in his defense. But this year, I think no excuses. They went out, they drafted high in wide receiver. They got a running back last year. They spent a couple draft picks on wide receivers. It's just time.
It's time. No
Is it a contract
excuses.
year?
No
I
excuses.
think so.
Contract year?
I'm pretty sure.
Contract year,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's that?
Contract
But the
year.
only problem with what you're saying, right? Well, not that it's a problem, but because of the circumstances that we're under, we're not going to get to see that in preseason. That's where a lot of that gets worked out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And it's all good to be out there in Nevada and you're working out, you're throwing passes to one another, but nothing's like that contact and being on the field and watching how people move and interact and all of that kind of thing. And now separating that, that's a disadvantage for Carr. You're not giving him that opportunity to see the game day experience with the new talent that you got.
True.
So he's going to have to come out on day one if we have a season.
Right.
He's going to have to come out on day one on
And-
sparks.
and
He don't have the preseason to get warmed up and get it right.
Right.
You're going to have to start out from the jump, from first snap, and be on point. So that's where I feel like not having the preseason is a big advantage.
Third year,
for all of us.
third year in the same offense.
Yeah, and you should know it. You should be ready.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, but you know,
With these new weapons,
the new weapon, it's always different when you bring in new staff, right? And trying to work those kinks out is what the preseason is for him to be able to showcase his talent, for them to showcase their talent, and for it to all mesh together by the time the actual season starts. So it's heartbreaking that we're not having a preseason for them to be able to do that. Because it's one thing to do drills and workouts and all that, but it's totally different when you got some dude jamming you in the face. You know what I'm saying? So that's what preseason is about. So, for not just the Raiders, but for all the teams across the
got to go through the same thing.
everybody is going through the same thing where we're at. Once again,
No
so now,
excuses.
no excuses because the playing field is the same for everybody, right? So, Derek,
That's right.
you got to show up or show out or get going.
Hey, I just want to say thank you guys for taking my call. I'm a fan of the show, great points, and I look forward to the next show.
All right, thank you so
Appreciate that.
much. Thanks for calling. Appreciate you.
Right on, brother. Thank you.
All right.
Raider Travis, there was Raider Travis, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Raider Travis, we did see your message for the shout out for NorCal Raider. We do send our prayers and our blessings. I understand he came out of surgery and he's awake and talking, but we still can continue to send prayers out his way. And also for all those other folks out there that are suffering from all different types of things and the COVID that's taken some of our friends and family from us. Leo, Matt Hatter, shout out to you and your family, man. We miss you. There's just so many people. So all I want to say on that is obviously send out prayers to all of those that need those prayers to be uplifted. And also, you guys look out for one another and pray for each other because and when you get the opportunities to inbox or comment on somebody's page or something, call them, text them, do that now because you just never know. No day's promised to any one of us. So if I don't get a chance to see you face to face, I love you all, Raider Nation, and prayers out to all of you guys.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
And also, I want to give a little shout out to his son. So we also have another family member here, Vicky, who needs prayers for her son that's been in a horrific car accident. And so reach out to her if you like. She's asking for our prayers and support. So Vicky, will give us our prayers to you and your family.
Yes.
Prayers to you.
Prayers to you.
Okay.
All right.
Do we have any other callers in? Marcos, what do you want to say back there? What you got? I've been missing you. We miss our tailgate.
You know how it is once you got kids and family.
Oh, I
And
know.
no Raiders. And no Raiders.
No Raiders.
And
No
no
more
Raiders.
tailgates.
We would have seen you. Was it supposed to be a home game or an away game? That preseason
We're
game.
gonna have preseason
We
games.
would've.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we miss seeing our family, our Raiders family. You know, that's what I miss about preseason. To be honest, like for me, the game was secondary.
Yeah, because that was the time to reconnect. 'Cause
Yeah.
You've been away from everybody for a few months, and I mean, I know a lot of us still connect throughout the year, but for the majority right?
Yeah.
The family.
Yeah.
Preseason was the time, you know, if you didn't meet up in Napa at camp,
Yeah.
preseason was the time you got together and got to hug your friends and see your friends that you ain't seen.
Crack
since
open a
like,
beer.
crack open a beer, you know,
Yeah.
all of that good stuff, man. And so I am so missing. I'm so missing all of that camaraderie that would be going on like right now. That's why when you guys reached out and said, "Hey, can you make it?" I was like, "Man, yeah. The Raiders can get together, yeah. I'm coming. I got excited.
I know, I was
excited, man.
excited.
I was like, I got excited because I could be around some Raider family. So yeah, man. I miss preseason, man. This sucks, right?
And that's part of the reason why we're doing this, not just to tell our story, but to hear other stories, your story, and to stay connected. And, you know, although there's, you know, no football for fans to go and see, we are still planning to go to Las Vegas. So
Absolutely.
if anybody's out there,
Absolutely.
we will be going in September.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
let's all meet up.
Let's say-
Chopsticks.
And
With
Yes,
that's
chopsticks.
his carry on.
Because regardless, that's
We have to.
that's the resiliency of the Raider Nation, right? Is no matter what obstacles people put in our way to try to stop us from coming to the city, coming to whatever, and now with this, they're saying we can't come into the
We're
stadium.
going.
Okay, well, we might not be in the stadium, but
But
we're
we
gonna
coming.
be there.
We coming.
We're coming. So you
I mean,
know, so that I
It's a
love
public
that.
session, right?
Actually, since it's they have that opening. If it's open, they're gonna be able
They're
to
gonna
hear us.
They're gonna hear us. We're gonna be there, and they're gonna know we're there. I guarantee you, they're gonna. Those players, when they run out on that field, whether we're sitting in the stands or not, they're gonna
Sure.
know that the Raider Nation and its fans are outside that building, and they're we're gonna. I don't think Vegas is truly understanding
No.
of what this happens now.
No.
Because we've seen it, like, let's say in New Orleans, right? The story I heard you talking about this
Yeah.
a week ago. Even New Orleans wasn't prepared
No, they were not.
for that.
No, they were not.
When the Raider Nation gets called, and when the Raiders come into a city, that brings, man, a multitude of people from every part of the country to that city, and they just flood it. And one of the biggest things that I remember, because I stayed a couple days in New Orleans after, and what the biggest thing that came out of that was those people were recovering.
Oh, they loved that.
And they
Yeah.
loved the
They
fact
were
that
like,
the Raiders
loved
came
it.
in
Yeah.
town and brought so much
With the
income.
money and
Right,
yeah.
right.
Man, they were like, shoot, we don't care if we lost. Y'all come anytime you want. You know what I mean? Because we have brought so much money into an environment which was in a rebuild at the time. So I don't think Vegas really understands, you know, the fluctuation of how many fans are going to flood that city, hotels, food, and
They
I
know.
don't- I
I mean,
don't think they do.
their
I don't think they
billboards
got it.
read the Raiders are coming, right?
they
But I don't-
forgot the Raider Nation. Now.
Right. I don't
I'm
even think.
bigger than them.
They're
I'm
not-
not bigger than the Raiders in
I
that
think they
sense.
knew it.
But I don't think the locals understand that the streets are just going to be jam packed with people just yelling Raiders, like pretty much for the
It's like
picture.
it's
Yeah.
like
You
New
know,
York,
like,
like when like
they're not
marching
like
down
that.
the street in New York and like just yelling right, like deep marching down Times Square, and yeah, they're not. I don't think Vegas will be ready for
I
that.
don't think
New
they
York
are.
is ready for that because it's happened there a
Because
few
they've seen
times.
it.
Because they've seen it a few times.
Travis says,
But Vegas ain't gonna be
beware
ready.
Vegas, Raider Nation is taking over.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the
I think
But really, oh sorry, go ahead.
I just think it's going to become like how when Vegas had the All-Star game and the streets was flooded and it was. I don't think they'll ever host another All-Star game ever again after that. I think it's going to be something similar. NBA.
NBA.
The NBA All-Star game was in Vegas probably 5-8 years ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's super random. Well, that's definitely gonna be it. Anyway. Let me know, Raider Nation, where everyone's planning on staying, because I have my flight, but I haven't booked my hotel yet. So I've been waiting because everyone seems to be like, oh, we don't know yet. So if you're going, let us know. We'd love to stay.
Let me tell you,
Families gonna be stacking up with families. They're really
Yeah.
good. All right. That's how that works. That's how that works, man.
Yeah.
what else is going on in the football world?
Who you know?
I don't think the guys they haven't had, when I hear they haven't had that contact for practice geared up in all their heavy armor. So they're just kind of like trying to tackle, but not really touching each other. But so I'm kind of curious, like,
It's gonna be
is that going to be an
interesting.
impact?
Interesting how it's gonna play out.
Like,
Are we going to have all that? Things?
until you get out there and do it. So, but it's equal for everyone, right?
Right.
So until you get out there and do it, and like Q said last week, everyone got to play until they get punched in the mouth, or like Mike Tyson originally said, right?
To get you
Until you get so we'll see. So until they get out there, we'll see. Then we'll know. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It might be really sloppy for a couple weeks.
It's gonna have to be. I think it's
But
definitely.
you know what I really have a problem with though, honestly, as much as I'm selfish and I want to see football, right? But I want to see football at its best. I always want to see it at its best. I always want to see our team at its best. And with what's going on, and we're seeing it in baseball, we're seeing it in basketball, even in basketball, they're in the bubble, and there's players still because they're sneaking out with
They're sneaking out with
their
escorts.
chicken wings or whatever they're going out. And it brings so the bubble is solid. Yeah, but I mean it hasn't really impacted so much, but baseball has, right? Oh, and you see because they're traveling from city to city to city, right? And they're not.
It ain't affecting my age,
so, but and here we have Crosby last week, and then now he's supposed to be better. All this kind of stuff. I don't want to see our team perform at a lower level because somebody's sick. Or I don't want to go into Kansas City and don't have Jacobs and don't have Crosby on it. So this scares me, man. That this is going on. That even with the squad we have so much potential. But if injury is one thing, when we have injuries and people go down, we see how big the impact is of injury for 1 week to us. Right. Now you talk about one of these guys catch this and they can't play for 2 or 3 weeks. Bro, that changes the whole dynamic. It just changes the whole dynamic. So I hope whatever decision they make to get the season started, we're safe and then we can all play at.
They definitely got farther than I thought they were going to get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're not having physical contact yet. So I mean, there's 53 players on the team. Football is fighting, scratching, clawing. Mano,
yeah,
every
gotta
play.
have contact.
Yeah, every play, power ups and everything. So it's gonna be interesting once the season starts. It seems like we're gonna get to week 1. I didn't think we were gonna get to week 1.
Well, I'm being optimistic that we will see at least a week 1. But then, as you see in the last week, with the college and all the conferences that are going down in college, and they're just saying no. Even the high school programs in some of the areas are saying no. I said,
The only thing with that is those are amateur players who aren't getting paid.
They're not getting paid.
Essential workers.
You don't want to.
Shout out to the essential workers.
Hey, yeah, cheers.
I'm one. I've been at work since the beginning. They won't let me off. They won't let me off. So I'm essential workers. Shout out to y'all that's going.
Yeah, Johnny Jimenez Jr. asking if there's going to be a season for this year due to COVID. Well, there's going to be a season, but if they're playing,
We're hoping.
We'll see what happens.
We're hoping we make week. I'm hoping we make week.
There's going to be a season for us. We're going to go. We're going to hang
We're gonna
out.
make something, right?
Something.
We wanted to go to Atlanta and New York, so I don't know.
See, those are all we had. Home opener in North Carolina, Atlanta, New York.
Yeah.
We got so much planned, and everything's like crazy on hold.
What's Marcos doing to us? Oh yeah, La Familia. That's what we do.
So we'll see. Everybody just hang on.
We'll see. I'm still hoping they get I just want to get at least week 4 so I can go to New England and just maybe get into a fight in a bar.
I was still telling you, like, guys, look, if it looks like I'm getting mad, take all the stuff off first. Make sure I get all the stuff off, and then I'm a different guy. I'm going out. Right. I'm not representing kids and all that. I can go act a fool.
I'm not going to put you at the kids' table on the side. Get in here.
Because you always say,
Perfect. 2 oranges.
Oh, All right, we are taking an intermission to do a shot of Marcos's.
Marcos, man.
This is his moonshine. If you've ever been to a La Familia tailgate and you're special enough to try this.
Ready?
Yeah.
Who are we?
Raiders!
Who are we?
Raiders!
Who are we?
Yeah, that's gonna give them.
Love.
It makes me shimmy.
I got it. Okay, gotta remember that.
That's why I don't put black ice on camera. You see all that? That's why. That's why she stays in the background. She get wild. It's the shot.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bartender.
Yes.
Okay, who's calling? I know, Homer, I know you want to call.
Homer.
Homer, are you on here? Give us a
Shout
shout.
out.
Travis.
Shout out, Homer.
Come on, Travis, haven't heard from you for a bit.
If there's no Susan, Dallas might win it all because apparently Jerry Jones is making them play all the way.
That's
Hey,
interesting.
Jerry Jones paid big bucks. You gonna get on the field when he tell you to. Everybody knows that. Look, honestly, Jerry Jones runs his camp like old school Al Davis. And when he told you to move, you move.
Here we got there.
Homer!
Raider Homer, what's up? Good. Let's try, yeah. Let's see. Let us know if you can hear Homer. No, hold on.
Okay.
Callers, really quickly. Let us know if you can hear Homer. Go ahead, Homer.
How y'all doing?
We good. How was your event yesterday?
It went good. We raised $210,000, so pretty proud of that.
All right, congratulations. That's awesome. Sorry I wasn't able to tune in for very long, but
We had to be on the sailboat, sorry.
Yeah, we see you on the
We had to be out there in the big water, so.
Yeah, that's all you have down the water.
that was everything. So tell us, I don't know if you were part of the conversation where we were talking about Carr, but I know how you feel about Carr, but I don't know how you feel about Mariota or Gruden's comments regarding Mariota.
What do you think? They doing all that? That's what y'all about?
Oh, well, Gruden said Mariota was like a marvelous playmaker or some miracle. I don't know, something like that. What do you make of that?
I was listening to 920 AM Raider Nation Radio, but they were also pointing out that they're hyping up Jamie White and not Tanner Hughes and some of the guys in the NFL that were on the radio station. They were talking about how coaches do that too, and how the other players react. So I would think that that's what they're doing to Carr. They want to see how Carr's going to react.
Yeah.
But I mean, Carr's going to be all right. I don't think he's going to come out, unless we're losing. But with the weapons that he's got, I don't think we're going to lose. Not like we were. Like I said, you got to remember there were 3 games that a few plays went our way, and we were 10-6, and all this shit is squashed. We just got a really good backup. But because we're all tired of the losing season, we want to see what Mariota can do. Because we've seen Carr for 6 years, but I'm not too worried about it. It's just a psychological game.
I think so too.
6 years. You're right. Almost 6 years. He had his opportunity, so it's now or never, my brother. It's now or never.
For real. That's why they did go and get Mariota. But what I'm saying is, I think Carr's gonna be able to do it. And like I was talking to Deadpool yesterday, the reason I stick with Carr is I don't want to be that guy that's like, I don't want my enjoyment if they start to win with Carr. I don't want my enjoyment to be diminished because I was a naysayer. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it.
That's a good way to look at it.
We're always going to stand behind our quarterback.
Yeah.
So if it's Carr and they ride him out until the wheels fall off, we're going to ride out until the wheels fall off. That's just how we are. But of course, as fans, we're always going to be critical of who's leading the ship. So that's just what it is. And if Mariota happens to be the guy that ends up taking over because Carr doesn't produce, then guaranteed we're going to be behind Mariota the same way. So you know,
Yeah.
nobody's
I'll be
nobody's
cheering for
against him.
Mariota.
Nobody's
But you
against
guys, look, I was
Carter.
reading an
We want it.
article.
We want it. We've been
I was
watching
reading an
Carter
article,
stuff.
man, where they were talking about Mariota. You know, and in an article that I was reading, it was talking about how, you know, his career, you know, he's gone through coach after coach, offensive system after offensive system, injury after injury. So if you read that article, it reads a lot like Derek Carr's career. You know, the difference is Derek Carr never got benched, or, you know, he came back from injury fast enough to not lose his job. That's what you got to stop with. That's the comparison between the two. And people say, oh, well, Mariota can run the rock. Oh, see, you know what? Carr can too. He ran more last year for more yardage than he did in 2016. And he was moving around in the pocket. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns. He'd never scored that many in a season. You know what I mean? He is moving around a little bit more. He was stepping up in the pocket and making plays. Again, there's a few plays here and there, and a few games that if the team could have win a game or two, we'd have been 10-6 or 9-7 instead of 7-9. So I think just pump the brakes on the whole Gruden. If you want to see the next guy, just pump the brakes because it's a sight game. He's playing a sight game with Carr. But listen, if Derek Carr, if Gruden did bet your ass that he would trade him just as fast as he traded.
I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. That's why I say
Don't get me all fired up.
Mariota wasn't a move to say that Carr was on his way out.
Right.
That was a move just to put fire under Carr.
Yeah.
Because I believe that Chucky is a strategist person, and he knows what it takes to bring something out of somebody, and he knew right then he had to bring somebody big to put some fire on, and that's why Mariota's there. I don't think that Gruden ever lost faith in Carr and his ability.
But all in all, competition is what the team needs. All in all, that's what we need. We need competition, and it's never going to hurt the team to have competition. And Carr, he's licking his chops, man.
Hey, Homer, we talked about this before, but who's to say we don't run a 2-quarterback offense?
Yeah.
And give us a whole bunch of
I've been saying that, but I don't think it's going to be rotation and series. I think they're going to bring in Mariota like in the 5-yard line because Gruden talked about getting better in the red zone and at the 1-yard line and whatnot. So I think within 5 yards of the red zone, that's when they'll put in Mariota. Let him run the RPOs because he can still throw. So you have a Bowden back there, or you'll have a Josh Jacobs back there with Mariota. And it's like, Gruden, he's old-fashioned, right? That's why he brought back, the fullback, Alec Ingo, and he's talking about running with 3 tight ends. So you can see a 3 tight end package and inside the 5 with Mariota ready to run the RPO, and Waller and Whitten setting themselves up. That's a pretty dangerous, combination right there. Because Carr is a pocket passer. Everybody knows it. But you got to remember, he ran for more yards last year than he's ever ran in a career and scored more touchdowns. Even though it's minuscule compared to the other quarterbacks out there, he did show improvement in that area.
Absolutely. Big time. That's part of Gruden's offense is to the quarterback to get out and run for 5 yards for the first down, 7 yards for the first down. Keep the chains moving by any means necessary. You're right.
We just want to win games.
Like I said,
We don't care.
I don't care how you
if
do
the
it.
dude they drafted that's a receiver, quarterback, punt returner, whatever, Arnett, is that his name? We don't care if he ends up being our quarterback. Down, whatever, yeah. We don't care. Just win games.
Just win games.
We want you as our quarterback.
Win game.
Just win, baby.
Ugly or not. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Some of the best
ain't
games
no such
that I've
thing as
been
an ugly win.
Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to win, man. But you got to be patient. You got to be patient. We haven't won. Think about it, right? A lot of people, and they talk about how Carr can't win in the cold weather. The team has never been good in inclement weather. Period. It's just you got to stop and think. We're all pissed off and sick of losing. So yeah, I get it, but you got to stop and think about it. Because look, Tannehill was garbage, right? And then in Miami, they didn't want his ass. But then he went to Tennessee and took Mariota's job, and now you want Mariota to take Carr's job. And then what if Carr ends up in Denver? You think Denver would pass on Carr? You think the Chargers would pass on Carr? The Bears were waiting to trade for Carr. Bear fans wanted Carr. So, you know, you got to stop and think. Because, look, man, we've been losing for a long time, dude. But you got to remember, the one quarterback that took us to the playoffs was Derek Carr.
But see, you know what, Homer, this is what I worry about, right? Just what you're saying, right? So many people were ready and open for us to sell Carr out and give him away, right? But just like other players that we have done that with, we would hate to see for us to give up on Carr and then him get traded somewhere else and then come back and bite us in the ass.
Yeah.
We've seen it over and over and over again with if you've been a Raider fan, you've seen that. Where we gave up on a player or we just didn't hold on long enough because of money or whatever the excuse was, and we trade them away, and then they come back and bite us in the ass, or we see them in the playoffs, we see them in the Super Bowl. I would hate to give up early on Carr before we had the opportunity to see everything. So
How they work with the new team.
Hopefully this season it all works out the way we wanted to work out, right? The way we wanted to work out. But I'm gonna tell you what, man. As much as I love every member that puts on silver and black, I understand one thing too. It's a business, and the business is winning. And I want to see a win.
Yeah.
So as much as I might like you as a person, player, your however, man, because I've seen Derek Carr out there. We went, what was that? Manteca. I went to a church and sat through a service with Derek Carr and see a different side to him, right? And that side I fell in love with because, you know, obviously, you know, just in my personal life, that's the man after my own heart. You know, if you love God that way, I love him. So even though I love him in that certain way, I still want to win. I'm a fucking Raider. I want to win. So as much as I love you as a person and everything else,
I think
if you're not the guy,
everybody wants to win. That's all I'm saying, man. Everybody wants to win, dude. Derek Carr's bought back 19 times in the fourth quarter, dude. You know, and look, this is how I look at it. I'm trying to think. I'm not trying to be that pissed off fan, right? I'm trying and lose my patience, right? I'm trying to think about it like this. With 2 minutes to go, when Derek Carr has the ball, you always know you got a shot. All right? You have a shot. And Derek Carr, I think this is how Gruden sees it. Derek Carr is the same Brad Johnson and Rich Gannon. He's a usable quarterback, a game manager that can come back in the fourth quarter. So that's why I think they're loading up on the defense right now. You know what I mean? They got him the weapons he needs. And now they've worked on the defense a lot this year. Gruden knows he's going to need a defense to stop Patrick Mahomes, right? You know, Derek Carr is not that kind of quarterback. We all know that. But we got to get that kind of defense that can stop Patrick Mahomes. You know, and for four quarters, like the Niners had them wrapped up for damn near the whole Super Bowl. And then they messed up at the end of it. You know, so you got to have a defense, man, to win out in the AFC West. That's the bottom line.
That's what we do. You don't stop Patrick Mahomes. You contain him, and then you just outbeat him on the offensive line.
We got
on the offensive end of the field. And we need an offense that's powerful enough and a leader that's powerful enough to compete with that. That's where we're at.
Oh,
We need a defense that can hold an offense. That's what we need.
That's why I hate talking to Homer. We're arguing this back and forth for hours.
Homer.
We need it.
We gotta wrap you up. I love that you call in. We love your perspective. No, I don't want to get into Captain Jack's time slot too much, and Mob Boss got a couple things to promote. So, thank you.
All right, Homer. Thank you, brother.
Much love, Raider Homer.
Want to give a birthday shout out?
All right. Bye.
Sorry, thank you, Homer. Before the evening ends here, we have Johnny Jimenez is having a birthday coming up.
Happy birthday, Johnny! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you.
Cheers.
All right. So yeah, we don't want to cut the Captain Jack's time slot too much, so we're gonna try to here in a second. I'm gonna let him talk about something in a minute, but while Ice is getting it prepared, by popular demand, we now have For Life on Raider Story patches.
Woo!
So thank all. Yeah.
That needs to go on the My Boss game.
Right, I was gonna say that during your interview. I was like, is this
It's gonna go on the
where
My
Mama's
Boss
looking?
game. I'm in now.
So thank you to everyone who's pre-ordered. We appreciate your support. And if you would like one, hit me up, Angela C. Pacheco on Facebook, and I'll send you the details.
Marcos, say something first.
What's that?
Wait, Marcos, you want to say something about your welcome in family?
We can get in the hole.
There we go.
La Familia, miss you guys. Looking forward to getting together soon. We got a lot of memories. We got to keep making memories. And one more thing, go Raiders.
Go
Thank you, Marcos, for being here representing for the La Familia Tailgaters. We appreciate you. We love you.
Likewise.
All right. Mom, boss, tell us what you got.
All right. Real quick, before we tune out, thank you guys for all tuning in to For Life Our Raider Story, man. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe to them. Man, they're keeping this Oakland spirit alive, and that's what's real important. I understand that we're all moving forward and going to Vegas, and it's a new future and all that, but we have to understand where we came from and what built this and what built the Raider Nation, and that's what For Life Our Raider Story is all about. And so I thank you guys all for having me here and allowing me to be a part of this, because that's what my boss is all about. Because my boss was born and built in that stadium, man. And I don't care. I like the fact that we're moving on in a little bit. It hurts me that we're not going to be there, because it changes my whole life. Everything that's about me changes. But I'm a Raider fan, and I'm a diehard Raider fan. So wherever they go, and you guys have heard me saying this interview after interview, even if the Raiders went to the moon, I would become an astronaut, because I'm going to follow the Raiders. But the point is, it all came from here. So no matter what happens in Vegas, started here in Oakland. So y'all need to remember that. And these people here, For Life, Our Raider Story, is keeping that true, and they're keeping the understanding of where we came from. No matter where we go, it came from here. The development, all you Raider Nation fans, okay? I don't want to get too messed up about it, but all you Raider Nation fans, it came from here. The culture of the Raider Nation was built right here in Oakland. And these are the people that are keeping that alive as you go forward, so that we don't forget what was built here and what makes not only the Raiders, but makes the Raider fan base. It was built here, and we need to give homage to that. So thank you guys for all having me. Thor, we go back. I met Thor it wasn't even through the Raiders. I met Thor, we were with Elwood it was at an A's game. We were at an A's game tailgate, and that's when I met him, and real talk, man, this is how the Raider Nation family works. There was a rumor that I was going to get to the New York Jets game, and I had sent that rumor through a text, and I was trying to get off work and all this kind of stuff and try to get to New York, and I was having some issues, and I got a message from Al Thomas, and I got a message from Thor.
Al
Thompson. I'm sorry.
Close.
But I got two messages off of a text that I didn't even think was going to go to anybody, that I needed some help to get there. And these two dudes messaged me back and said, hey, man, I heard you were trying to get here. When do you get in? I'll pick you up. You can stay with us. You can do this. That's what the Raider Nation is about. That's what the family of the Raider Nation and what was built here in Oakland was about. They were going to try and make sure that I got there, that I had a place to stay, that I had somebody pick me up. So continue that. As we go forward into Vegas, you guys continue to look out for your family members, continue to look out for the brothers and sisters that you've met out here in the parking lots.
In the One Nation episode, what we want to go into Vegas is for Vegas to welcome us Oakland fans, and we feel like we welcome everyone.
Everyone else, when y'all came here, we welcome you. Yeah. So welcome us there, and we'll just make this thing keep going. But remember, bottom line is whatever happens in Vegas started here in Oakland. And these are the people that were around when
we were around from the beginning. And you guys need to remember that. Don't forget that as we go into our new futures. All right. So with thank you, I wanted to make sure I gave you guys all a little something from my boss. I want to make sure you guys all got a little something. Right.
Thank you.
Right. And also, if you haven't got it yet, if you haven't heard about it yet, yeah, look and let you know. All the Mob Boss gear is not putting money in Mob Boss's pocket, okay? Let me get that straight. That is not to make me rich or nothing like that, because I don't get rich off of representing the Raiders the way I love them. I represent them because I love them, and it's my heart, it's in my blood. So anything that you purchase from Mob Boss does not go into my pocket. What it goes into is, for those who really follow the Mob Boss, the charities, the kids' work, all of those other things that me and Black Eyes pull out of our pocket. That helps kind of supplement that money that we're pulling out of our pockets to go visit kids in the hospital, to give them gifts, to give them birthday presents, stuff that y'all don't even see on social media, because that's not what it's about for me. It's not about, that for me. For me, it's about taking this platform and my love for the Raiders and being able to share it with those that understand what I'm doing. So don't think that, I'm not going to buy that patch because he's just getting rich off of it. No, that's actually turning around and going into something else that I'm giving to somebody else. So I just want to say that. And so the Raider Nation magazine is out. There it is. There it is. The Raider Nation magazine is out, okay? So if you haven't got your Raider Nation magazine, please contact me. Please contact Mike Mejia. Please contact Raider Tone. Get your version of the Raider Nation magazine, okay? Because just as For Life, Our Raider Story is, the Raider Nation magazine is all about exposing everybody that's a part of the Raider Nation. Every single person. If you have a club across the country, if you have a organization, if you have a charity, if you just have a story that you want to share and people want to understand what this Raider Nation is all about, that's what the magazine was for. And it was also pay homage to Oakland, so we don't forget where we came from. So it's all a big collaboration, just like these guys are doing with their podcast here on YouTube and so on and so forth. It's the same thing. It's a way for people across the country that are new to the Raider Nation, and don't understand why we're wearing costumes, why we're running around the country screaming Raiders. This is what the magazine is all about. Okay, so please get your magazine, support the magazine. We intend on.
Tell them how to. We have people saying they would like one.
Yeah. If you need to get a magazine, please contact Mike Mejia on Facebook. Please contact Raider Tone on Facebook. Please contact Mob Boss on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you got to do. Get to me. We'll get that magazine out to you. We plan to have this magazine come out 4 times a year. Okay, and next year we're going to try to make it so it's subscriptions. Next year we just wanted to kind of, the reason why we don't have it set up that way this time, we wanted to make sure that you guys liked it and you guys loved it. We got a good reception before we went that far into it.
It's really nice, y'all.
Yeah, it is a nice product. It's a quality product, and it tells you a whole lot of stuff, man. It lets you in on a whole lot of stuff as far as Raider Nation. You will see a story on Raider Nation for Life in the next edition of the Raider Nation magazine that's coming. So
looking forward to that.
Travis wants his autograph.
Travis wants his autograph.
Travis, I already told you, brother. Travis is my brother. We're close. So I'm gonna make sure I get that autograph.
Oh, gotta get one for Big. Oh, now
I got you too. But you guys just reach out, and the more you support the magazine, the better we'll be able to prepare for the next magazine and the editions that continue to follow into the years. We want this to go on into the future so that we can show the world, not just us as fans, but the whole world what the Raider Nation is all about. And there is so much that is planned for the Raider Nation magazine and so many people that we want to feature. We couldn't get it all in the first magazine. We didn't want to blow it up, like put everybody in the first magazine.
Right.
And then,
you gotta have
so we got to spread the love and keep going. But if you want your story told, about yourself and your travels with the Raiders, your experience of being a Raider fan, if you want your club story told, if you have a charity that
If you want to say, hey.
please contact us.
That's all you got.
And I want to make sure you guys understand, it is not a Mob Boss magazine. I just happened to got lucky on the first cover. Real talk, because that was a big decision that was made between the guys that put the magazine together about who was going to be on the cover, and we didn't want to blow our wad on the first cover and put, like, say, a Gorilla or somebody like that on the first cover, because we have more to come.
Right.
And so we wanted to make sure that there was a audience for the magazine before we just shot out all our bombs in one magazine and then nobody buys no more. So.
All right. So yeah, I want to thank. We're going to wrap up here because again, I don't want to get into Captain Jack too much. So again, I want to thank all of our special guests. Ice. Woo! Thank you. Mob Boss, of course. Thank you. And our special guest bartender, Marco.
Thank you, guys.
Let me shout out the bank club.
Oh, yes, the bank club.
Bank club and Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you're in Emeryville, she's open on. You tell.
I'm open every Sundays due to COVID from 1 to 8 every day for to-go cocktails. I do take special orders, so stop by and have a drink with us. And also, Blessing Cajun is here with gumbo and seafood boil, and she's awesome. She's from Louisiana, so her food is
It's hot like we in Louisiana right now.
It's hot like
They're
that.
so good. I think I had like 3 of them during this 1 hour live.
So much love.
Yeah, much love.
One nation.
One nation.
One nation.
Use the mouse to hit end screen.
Oh, there it goes. I see it. Almost. Wait for it. There it goes.
Raider Nation. Here it goes. Raider Nation.
I brought 2, so y'all